Hello and welcome to another video for Midas Touch Toys, Games and Collectibles. And today we're looking at something that is now quite old, very collectible and very difficult to find, especially in this mint sealed condition that we're looking at today. And I just think these figures are absolutely awesome. We are looking at the 1997 release by Playmates from their Star Trek serialized Warp Factor Series 1 series of action figures. Now, these were the larger figures. These are the 6-inch action figures as opposed to the 5-inch action figures, which were the standard ones by Playmates. But they made this particular series an inch bigger. And these were all made for the 10th anniversary of Star Trek The Next Generation, which originally aired on TV from 1987, and it went through to 1994 when it finished the series. Well, in fact, it ran for 7 seasons overall, and there was 178 episodes. Some of those were double episodes, granted, but altogether 178 episodes were produced over the 7 seasons. Now, when the final episode had finished being recorded, the cast all left the set and went straight to the movie set, and they filmed Star Trek Generations, which came out the following year. So there we are. So it aired from September 1987 through to May 1994. Each episode cost $1.3 million to produce, and the running time was about 45 minutes per episode. It was an immensely popular television series, and it was one of the most popular television series, sci-fi television series of all time on the ABC network. Okay, anyway, this is the figure we're looking at today, and it is of Lieutenant Commander Worf, and it is how he appeared in Star Trek The Next Generation. This is the card it comes on, and it says Star Trek Serialized Warp Factor Series 1 Spring Activated Action Features, and it's got Star Trek 10th Anniversary, ages 4 and up, assortment number 16250, and you've got the Playmates logo, and you've got warning, choking hazard, small parts not for children under 3 years on the bottom right hand corner. And then you can see Worf there behind the bubble there with all his equipment with him. And it says real Bat'leth / in action. And it says Lieutenant Commander Worf, stock number 16253. Galactic gear includes Klingon Bat'leth, Klingon Disrupter, Klingon Mek Leth, Klingon Tark knife, Klingon rifle, and Starfleet display stand. Forgive me if I don't pronounce those Klingon words correctly. I did my best. Okay, that's the front of the card. Now, before we actually have a good look at the figure itself, I just want to turn the card around and see what we've got printed on the back. Okay, so I've turned the card around to the back, and this is what we've got. So you can see an image of Lieutenant Commander Worf there, as he appeared in the TV series, and that is him holding his Bat'leth, I think it's pronounced, something like that. I'm sure someone will correct me if I'm pronouncing it incorrectly. It says Star Trek Lieutenant Commander Worf, real Bat'leth / in action. Pose Worf with his Bat'leth for hand-to-hand combat. Locking torso into place and press button for real Bat'leth / in action. Bubbly girl where no one has gone before. Collect the entire Playmates Star Trek combat action figure assortment. And of course, there's that sticker from Bandai again, who were the British importers of the Playmates toys at the time. And they whacked their stickers over the top there, so you can't see the figures that were behind there. But I think the figures behind there, one was Picard, one was Q, and you've got the Borg, and you've got Riker. And of course, this one is Worf. So, what does it say on here? So, coming with this we have the spring activated action, includes real spring firing defensive weapon. Oh, really? Okay. So we got Klingon Mek Leth, Klingon Bat'leth, Klingon rifle and rifle projectile, and we've got the Starfleet display stand, and we've got the Klingon Disrupter, and we've got the Klingon Targ knife. Okay, in the bottom left-hand corner, it's got ages 4 and up, assortment number 16250, stock number 16253. You've got the Playmates logo, Paramount Toys logo, playmatestoys.com logo, and you've got join the official 1-800 Fan Star Trek fan club. I think that's still going. And it says Library Computer and Retrieval System, the LCARS, USS Enterprise, NCC 1701E, subject Lieutenant Commander Worf. Worf, the son of a prominent Klingon named Mek, was born on Qainos in the year 2340. He was orphaned after he was one of the few Klingons to survive a Romulan attack on the Kithomba outpost in 2346. Worf was rescued by Chief Petty Officer Sergei Rosenka of the USS Intrepid and raised at the family farm on Galt. 3 years after becoming the first Klingon to graduate from Starfleet Academy, Worf was assigned to the newly commissioned Enterprise D as a flight control officer. He became chief of security when Tasha Yar died in the line of duty. After the Enterprise D was destroyed, Worf accepted assignment to Deep Space Nine as an advisor on Klingon tactics, commanding the USS Defiant. He helped the Enterprise E defend Earth from a Borg attack in 2373. There we go. So that is the back of the card. Okay, now without any further ado now, let's turn the card back around to the front and let's have a good look at Mr. Worf himself. Okay, now, for those of you that watch my videos, or our videos quite a lot, you know that I am an advocate of these particular series of figures. This particular range of figures, I think, is absolutely out of this world. You bear in mind that these were produced 25 years ago. Sorry, 27 years ago, I should say. 1995, these came out. No, sorry, 1997, these came out. So, because it was the 10th anniversary. So that is 27 years ago when these came out. And it's astonishing that the time has gone that quickly. But more astonishing is the detailing on these figures from 27 years ago. Technology was very, very different 27 years ago. And the actual detailing of Worf's face, I mean, that is absolutely out of this world. I mean, it is the absolute image of Michael Dorn as Lieutenant Worf. It's just unbelievable. I can't get over how good that particular face looks. It just is, everything is absolutely right. Obviously the head, you couldn't really get the head wrong because they're all pretty much designed the same way. But the eyes structure, the cheeks, the nose is right, the mouth is right, the beard, the eyes, the hair is absolutely spot on to Worf, as portrayed by Michael Dorn in not only in Star Trek Next Generation, in Star Trek Deep Space Nine, and in all the Star Trek movies. So Generations, First Contact, Insurrection, and Nemesis. But this is just an incredible. If you didn't know better, you would say you're actually looking at Worf as he was. You're looking at the TV screen of Worf being played by Michael Dorn. It's absolutely phenomenal. The detailing, the facial features of that particular figure. And of course, even the detailing of his clothing is all spot on. And it seems to be more of the Deep Space Nine uniform. So it certainly wasn't the Next Generation uniform that he wore. Probably more the uniform that they wore in the movie Generations and in Deep Space Nine, obviously. But the uniform with his silver slash, his Klingon slash that he constantly wears, and then his trousers, and he's got his boots. You're not going to see his boots because they're behind the covering. But then there's also all his accessories there, so you can just about see the rifle there, and there's a projectile behind it. You've got the Mek Leth behind there. You've got the Klingon Targ knife, and you've got the Bat'leth here, which all attach into Worf's hands. Now, I'm just going to turn Worf to the side there, because I just want to show you the button on his back there, which is, it sticks out quite clearly. There it is there. Now that button activates the spring action on this particular figure. And as with all the other spring action figures, as it says on the back of the card, this is what you do. You press the button, and this is how the action works. He moves just like it's showing you there in that picture. So he also comes with the display stand, which you can just about see without the light getting in the way. If I dim the lights, would that make it any better? Maybe, yeah. So you can see the stand just at the back there. No, it's not very good with the lights on. We're going to have to put the lights back on there. You can just see the little brochure at the back there, and the stand is behind it. And if we come round the back there, you can see the weapon and the projectile, which is just underneath it. And then you've got the Klingon weapons, as we spoke about, one here, and you've got two that are behind the back there as well. So that is the accessories. Now, I said this is a 6-inch figure because, well, pretty much that's what they are. So they made these figures bigger than the standard ones for some reason. I'm guessing because they just wanted to make these different. And you can see he's 6 inches tall, which equates to 15 centimeters. And if we measure across his arms, we're looking at about 8 centimeters across, and depth-wise, we're about 3 centimeters deep. Articulation-wise, well, he has got articulation on his arms here, despite the fact that the spring-loaded action is there. So we've got the tops of the arms, and we've got the elbows, and we've got the hands. So you've got, well, not the hands, sorry, the tops of the arms, but if you move the hand, it's the top of the arm which turns, so it acts just like a real arm. So you've got 3 points of articulation on each arm. You've got the head movement, which is another one, so 3, 6, 9. The waist is 10, and you've got the same 3 again on the legs, on each legs. So you've got another 6 points of articulation. So you've got 3, 6, 9, 12, 13, 14, is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 is the waist and 14 is the head. Yeah, 14 points of articulation on these figures. Just absolutely amazing, these figures are, though. These are probably my favourite figures, yeah, of all of the Star Trek figures that Playmates produced. I just think this particular range was just absolutely out of this world. Obviously, a little bit different to the 12-inch figures. The 12-inch figures are a different level altogether. But the plastic 5-inch or 6-inch figures, these particular ones were the best, because the detailing for me on the figures was just something else. Even though they had the spring action function, which was okay, that didn't impress me very much. But the detailing of the figures really did impress me, and the articulation, which was very, very good on figures of this size. So, yeah, I'm very, very impressed with these figures. Anyway, how well did they do in 1997, I hear you ask? Well, yes, they done what they're supposed to do. They sold these figures. Now, they were all a limited run, obviously. They're only available for that 10th anniversary year. And they didn't do very large numbers of these either. They were quite low numbers. Hence the reason why you don't see so many these days. Yes, they did produce what they needed to produce, and they sold out of them very quickly, which is hardly surprising, because they were the 10th anniversary figure range, and they were larger than the standard size figures. I think these were geared more for collectors, though, than for playable figures. They were slightly bigger, so if you put them in with your other figures, you're going to have these ones that would tower over the top of the other ones. So, Yeah, it just wouldn't work. So I think these were more geared for display rather than for playability, which doesn't surprise me. And say being at the 10th anniversary limited release, that's they were definitely for collectors. Okay, let's move forward 27 years and see how these figures are today. Do they come up on the platforms? Well, occasionally you will see these figures on the platforms, not very often. Again, as I say, because I think they were quite limited and few and far between as far as the numbers were produced. And I think everybody that was the avid collectors have bought these and have them in their collection, and won't part with them because they're just absolutely phenomenal figures. So they don't really come up very often on the platforms. When you do see a lot of loose figures on the platforms, don't get me wrong, but you do also see a few of them like this in the sealed packet, although there are various different types of degree of condition that are on the platforms of the card and so on, depending on which particular one you're looking at. And I know I say it all the time, but be careful if you're on a platform, because a lot of them use stock photographs, and you might be looking at an item thinking that's what I'm going to buy, that's what I'm going to get, and when it arrives it's something completely different. Well, not completely different, but it's a different quality, different condition to what you thought you was going to get. So be careful, because that happens a lot on the platforms, and we hear it from customers over and over again, almost on a daily basis. So you can go down the avenue of platforms if you wish, or you're more than welcome to come to us at Midas Touch Toys, Games and Collectibles, where what we advertise is exactly what we are going to ship you. So this particular figure is now on our website. Now, just a little bit of a background on these. This was part of a case of figures that we found when we bought out some stock from a closed down shop. It was some years ago now that we bought these out, but there was a whole case of these unopened. So we've actually only now just got round to opening them, preparing them for sale and shooting the videos. So hence the reason why they're only going up onto the website now. But this particular figure, it is available to purchase on the Midas Touch website, along with all the others in the same series, which we have already shot videos for and uploaded. They're all available on the Midas Touch website, which you can get to very simply by clicking the link below. It will take you straight to the website, where you'll be able to find this and many other vintage Star Trek items, and many other vintage toys, games and collectibles come to that. There's over 10,000 products currently available on the website for you to view and purchase at your leisure. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button, because we're uploading videos for every new item that goes into the website. There will be something for everybody, and I'm absolutely positive this is something that you're not going to want to miss, because we literally have thousands and thousands of new items which we're shooting videos for and uploading on a daily basis. So if there's something in particular you're looking for, something old that you've never been able to find, something quirky you might want to buy for a friend, or perhaps just something from your childhood that you'd like to own again to help you recuperate those long lost childhood memories, well, stay tuned, keep watching, because you never know, the next item we upload could be that item you've been looking for. Okay, that is it for me on this particular item. I do hope you've enjoyed reviewing this wonderful, wonderful Lieutenant Commander Worf action figure with me. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you again next video. So bye for now.